Brian Williams was just destroyed by Twitter. I mean, we don't need to show any of the stuff because of just how, you know, how much it happened.
He
But it
took
was
more
so much
fire.
fun.
He took more fire on Twitter than he did in Iraq.
Yes, yes, he did. And everybody was making pictures, everybody was photoshopping, everybody was just Brian Williams memories, Brian Williams war stories, all of them, all of the hashtags just did a thorough beating of the guy, and it's going to be near impossible for him to return. I think after uh, just NBC is not going to let him. I mean, they're not going to do it. They can't do it just on saving face properties. I don't know. Maybe Brian Williams at a later date can come back after he's properly rehabilitated himself, but NBC, they can't do it. They can't bring him back, and it's an amazing thing to see happen. And we need to bring this story. We need to remember that this is such a huge thing. And as Leslie said, for many years now, Brian Williams has been lying, and not just about Iraq, but about Katrina. I mean, that's something that has been coming out recently. I know Super Mexican had a great couple of blog posts about it, saying that Brian Williams said that he saw dead bodies floating past his hotel room window, and then you have the manager of the hotel he stayed at saying, "Hey, if he saw floating bodies, he was imagining it because there were no floating bodies. There was no water. We were not. We were in a dry area of the. It's just insane. It's amazing the stuff that he thought that he could get away with, and he did get away with for so many years.
And Leslie made the point that they're going to play this off as Brian Williams is a singular bad guy. Right, Leslie?
He's a bad man. He's very bad. Brian is bad. But NBC is good. ABC is good. CBS News is good. Other than that, Dan Rather.
MSNBC.
What network is? I don't watch network news. I don't even know what network he's on. It's not like it matters to me. I assume it's NBC. I don't know. But the network is going to claim that it was that one person, that one Brian guy. And, other than also, well, okay, Dan Rather was a bad person as well. But that was a long time ago, dude. That was like 2000. So, dude, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
But
what about the lady who helped Obama in the debate against Romney?
oh yeah, okay. Well, she was a little bit biased and dishonest as well. But these are all just very isolated incidents. All of them are isolated, singular, unique. All of them are unique. Yeah. It's just the problem is the networks. The problem is the mentality that it doesn't matter what our celebrity news readers say. They can say and do anything they want. They can become part of the story as long as they're serving the narrative, which is whatever the narrative is. It's the liberal cause of the day. But because Brian Williams brings so much money into the network, they are willing to put up with lying because lying is not seen as any kind of a disqualifying trait in a celebrity newsreader. And it really isn't if you just see them as celebrity newsreaders. And they are just celebrity newsreaders. I mean, the guy's been on Letterman 22 times. That's not a hard-hitting, responsible reporter or journalist. The guy's a celebrity.
And he actually was lobbying to replace Jay Leno a few times. So
They're
I mean,
celebrities, and if you understand that they're just celebrities, I mean, who cares if he lies?
But
they also
but
pass themselves off as serious reporters and journalists.
this is a guy who was in charge, a news editor. This is a guy who had more responsibilities than reading the news on screen. This guy was nominally in charge of what was being reported. And not only that, we talked about this earlier in the evening, the deal with this news organization, there were plenty of people who knew the truth behind this story that were in the news organization and said nothing. So if they try to pawn this off on, oh, it was just Brian Williams and his bad judgment, the best thing to do is to come back with, well, how many people were with him? How many of them knew? And we actually need to keep asking that question. I love the fact that his career is being tanked by his own actions, but that's not where we stop with this.
The leftist tactic that always bites us in the butt is that it's not over until they win. They don't stop fighting until they win. And they do this on every single issue. The thing on voter ID in Texas, they're still suing Texas, and Texas is still having to defend itself against this lawsuit